The United States typically has not been in the business of killing important officials from adversary governments, at least in my lifetime, which is pretty long. Is this a good idea? I mean, it sets a precedent,
Sure.
right?
So Admiral Yamamoto in World
Mm-hmm.
War II might have a different opinion on that, because we struck him. He was a legitimate target. I would argue that he was a legitimate target.
We
and
were
we
at
struck
war
him.
with Japan. Are we at war with Iran? We've never had a declaration.
Don't need a declaration of war in order to defend yourself.
Yeah. Is it a good idea to go around knocking off people like that?
I would say in this case it was a very good idea.
I am grateful that you didn't shoot down the civilian airliner that he was on, but yeah. There's another point too. Okay, you kill him, you get replacements. Sometimes the replacements are far more potent, far worse. Look at, the Israelis killed the head of Hezbollah in 1992. They got Hassan Nasrallah, who is arguably more powerful now than the supreme leader of Iran in terms of his military control over the region. You kill, I don't know how many heads of Hamas as the Israelis have killed. Now they have Yahya Sinwar, who perpetrated the worst attack on Israel ever. Again, you're okay with this? No
I'm okay with killing Qasem Soleimani, and I would argue that his successor is not as effective as him, and their response has been far more fragmented than it would have been had he lived. So in the case I know a little bit about directly,
Yeah.
I would have to reject your assertion completely.
Soleimani had a great deal of command and control over all of these various forces. His replacement doesn't. On the one hand, that made him more lethal, but on the other hand, that makes all these groups harder to control.
Yes, it does, and we recognized that at the time we were taking the strike. It makes them more difficult to control, but it also makes them less effective because they can't act cohesively. So there's a trade-off. In any kind of battlefield situation like this, it's a trade-off. It's not a perfect solution. I felt it was the best possible solution at the time. I think it's the case today.